If you want your kids to make healthier choices in the cafeteria, then wait till recess is over. A recent study shows kids who ate after playtime wasted less food and consumed 54% more fruits and vegetables than other children who ate lunch first. Experts say more than likely kids are hungrier after recess and they're not rushing to hit the playground to eat to get more playtime. And parents, if your kids are eating healthy at school but not at home, there may be a simple solution. From the school cafeteria to the family dinner table, Bibb County Public Schools Nutrition Director Dr. CLETA has a few tips to get your kids into eating healthier. So good morning to you, Dr. CLETA.
Well, good morning.
All right, so some parents watching this may be concerned about their kids' food choices, but do healthy food habits start at home or do they start at school first?
Well, I'd like to say that hopefully we're working in cooperation with each other, that we're working hand in hand to do and create healthy meals and encourage our kids to eat healthy, not only at school but also at home. So we're influencing each other.
There we go. So you brought along a few tips and
I
also
did.
some photos to share. So let's start with make it colorful. That's one of the tips that you have.
All right. Well,
and we have full screens for that as well.
Okay. One of the things that we found that when food is colorful, then students are more apt to pick it up. It looks good, and they're looking at things that are a little bit more healthy. So one of the things that we've been doing is what we call vertical veggies.
Vertical veggies.
Yes, we cut them or use vegetables that are actually, look like sticks, and then we serve those with a variety of things, like for carrot sticks. Then we would also put some really pretty red or green bell pepper with it, maybe cucumbers or something like that to just to stretch it a little bit further.
Right. Okay, so what's the next tip too? Because we also have mix healthy new foods with something they already like to eat.
Well, and that's one of the things that we have really been trying to do this year. We have been trying to really push dark leafy green vegetables. Well, on most people's list, spinach is not one of the things that they want to eat just by itself.
Some kids like it and some kids hate it. Right.
And kale is the same way, and that's gotten to be a very popular item. So what you can do is actually cut that up and put it in a salad that you're already making. So you're extending that salad, you're adding the green, dark leafy green vegetables into it, and it's making it prettier, but it's also making it a lot healthier.
Right. So what about, okay, so these are the pictures we were looking for a second ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So these are the dark leafy greens. You're mixing it and you're able to put it in your salad, so you're combining some of the things that they like plus some of the things that they just want to get them to try. And that is the sticks that you were saying, vertical veggies. So that's make it colorful. Now what about dip it or dunk it? Here we go, right here.
Yeah, we have found, we've introduced chickpea hummus this year. We make it in the school cafeteria, and we serve it with some pita chips and also some fresh veggies.
It actually looks very delicious.
It is delicious.
So what about the last tip that you have for us?
Well, one of the other things that we look at is different cultures and different flavors that we're adding. And so, for instance, if you're using a low-fat or no-fat ranch dressing, you might want to enhance the flavor a little bit by a little buffalo sauce or a little chili sauce.
Something they're familiar with.
Yes, and then it just extends that flavor a little bit, and it takes it into a different realm, and you're not adding all of the sodium and other things that, might be a little unhealthy.
All right, well, thank you so much for sharing all of these wonderful tips too with us, by the way.
It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, for more information, you can search for school nutrition news under Bibb County Schools website, which will be posted online at 41NBC.com.